So smooth. So smooth. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jim, and this is the Graybeard Podcast. First-time listeners, thank you for joining in, and those of you that have been around for a while, I love you, and thank you. With me this evening is a new friend that I made. We met on TikTok. How about that shit? I met somebody, the last podcast I did, I met them on X or Twitter, and we met on TikTok. So you're the first guest I've met on TikTok to be in the shop, or in the studio. Speaking of shops, his name is Will Todd, and he is the owner and proprietor of Will Todd Barber Shop. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. And everybody say hello. There's the woo. Yeah, applause.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, the 5 fucking people. It's like the weakest applause that I could possibly have.
That's not bad, though. That's more what I would normally get.
You think so?
Absolutely.
It sounds like the people in the shop.
Yeah, like golf clapping, hanging out.
Just really kind of fucking with you a little bit. Let's see. Oh, nobody's watching yet, so don't worry. Everything's fine. Everything's all good. Pat is not with us this evening. He is out. It's my grandson's birthday. Happy birthday, Liam.
Happy birthday.
I love you, and I will see you soon. Sunday, I guess. Yeah, Sunday. We're going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Floor sticky.
Yeah. It's a shame I don't drink anymore, you know. There's nothing like going to Chuck E. Cheese and getting like one of them shitty pizzas and some of that watered down ass beer.
You're only allowed to have 2, though.
What?
At Chuck E. Cheese.
For serious?
Yeah.
Can you get like a pitcher?
No, just 2 beers.
Oh. Well,
I think
that's
you need
stupid.
a lot more than that, though.
Yeah, I imagine most people probably do.
I remember when my daughter was probably around 11. She looked like a crackhead running through Chuck E. Cheese.
They always do.
Like with the tokens, they're like running around. I'm like, what is your deal?
and the little, what do you call them things? The little tickets so they can get the little prizes.
Games,
yeah. It's been years since I've gone. Both of my kids are grown. You know, my oldest daughter, who's my grandson's mother. I'm a weirdo. I can't think words, you know, they're mouth noises. But
just wait. I'm gonna have a couple myself. So
I know.
Just wait.
I know. You think you're worried about, like, you know,
stumbling
or whatever?
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
I have not stuttered, and normally I don't until I come on a podcast and I start stuttering. And you know, but I used to really, really bad when I was a kid. But I fuck up all the time.
Did you like sound like Simple Jack?
I don't think it was that bad. I don't think I was Simple Jack. You know, you never are supposed to go full
that word.
Simple Jack.
Yes. Can't do it. You shouldn't do it.
No. So let me ask you a couple of questions just to kind of break the ice, just to kind of, you know, loosen you up a little bit. We do have some people in here now.
Here we go.
Shit. These are all your people, probably.
I guarantee you they have it on the big TV at the shop.
Probably. And
Laughing.
I will tell you guys, if you have like the silly like YouTube like screen names, he probably won't know who you are, but you can say your name in the chat and I'll let him know and he can say hi.
Hello.
So to all those in the barbershop, what up? It's about to get real. William Lawrence Todd, who is #1 host, whoever that is.
Can I see the TV?
No. Anyways, yeah, because that's a distraction for me and you.
Sure.
So are you originally from Jacksonville?
Originally from Jacksonville.
Okay.
West Side.
West Side?
West
Best
Side.
Side?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where all this shit happens.
You know.
And okay, so you're a local yokel, which is awesome. Not that it's not awesome if you're not from here. You're cool too. But like, tell me a little bit about like growing up and like how did your journey towards barberdom Is that like a word? I think I just made
Barbarism.
that up. Yeah, whatever. Being a barber, like when did that like lead me into that? You know, just give me a little backstory on it.
Like my wife jokes with me, 8th grade was my senior year. Okay. So I really didn't go to high school. So one day, just roaming the streets, went to the local barbershop around the corner from my house.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, like how I am, I ran my mouth about how shitty the haircut was. And I told the lady I could do a better job than her.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, if you really think so, all you are is just running the streets right now. So if I got you a scholarship, would you go?
How old were you again?
I was 15, 16.
Okay.
And
so you got offered a scholarship at 15 years old to go
to hair school.
To go to hair school.
Correct.
And you said, yes,
why
obviously.
Not? Yeah, why not? You know? So, yeah. And so then, you know, once I realized I could talk to women all day and sit in the AC, I was kind of sold.
That sounds like a good deal to me.
Yeah, but I
like
sucked at it.
You suck at talking to women and sitting in AC?
Well, that too. But
like, how hard is that?
Well.
Oh, he said Louie.
Louie. Oh,
Yeah.
I know Louie.
Yeah, that's Louie.
Yeah. Hey, Louie, what's up, man? Food Mart.
Shout out Louie.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, how many months or years or I don't know anything about hair school. My daughter's friend is she works in a salon like down off Wells Road. I can't remember. I'm sorry, Hannah. I have blanked on the name. Plus, we're talking about Will Todd Barbershop right now.
Duh.
Like, how long does one have to train before you like become a barber?
Well, it's 1,200 hours. Usually takes up to a year and a half. When I was doing it 100 years ago, you actually had to do a practical test, meaning that you had to take a model to Clearwater and actually cut their hair in front of people that judged you and do a straight razor shave and also do a perm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did a perm.
Yeah. Well, I used to, what I did was every time I took the test, because I took it 3 times,
Yeah.
I would find the local wino, buy him a bottle, say, come on, here's $30 too.
And get him all cleaned up.
Try to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why, but my brain just went to one of those like TikToks or whatever, where they're like the barber, they go out and find like a street urchin and like make him look like he's a new person.
Yeah.
Is it like, was that the goal?
No, the goal was just to pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So.
And you knew they were cheap models.
Models. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's interesting, man. How do you feel about like, does it feel weird like touching people and shit like all over their face and their...
I don't try to make it weird. Like, you know, whenever you're trimming their beard or something, they're looking into your eyes.
Is that why that's why you put the towel on?
That's it, man. Like, shh.
Yeah, I put on, I don't remember if it was TikTok or whatever, but that video I had made, I think I posted on TikTok and I said it was questionably satisfying or something, but because it was, I'm just like, I'm not used to being like, you're very gentle.
Thank you.
With your hands.
Yeah.
I'm used to going to a barber, like we talked about at your shop. For those of you that don't know, I went and met Mr. Todd the first time we met, like in person. I went to his shop and he did a little shape up on me and did a little VIP section on me, and it was dope. I have to say, if you get around to the Will Todd Barbershop, definitely, if you got a beard does the VIP only apply to the
straight right? Yeah,
anything, yeah.
Anything.
So go get that VIP every time, all the time. But it was dope, and yeah, man. But like I said, I've never had that before. When I was working at a place and there was a barbershop right next to it, and these guys were like old, like war veterans and shit, and their hands were like fucking sausages,
right?
And they were
calloused
up and just rough, man, just breaking my neck, moving me here and there, and there was no gingerness with it, there was no gentleness, none of that stuff. So I appreciate that.
Anytime. Yeah, my hands are really soft, and my wife's like, because you never worked really. So I'm like,
well, at 15,
yeah,
you went to be a barber, so there's nothing wrong with that, right?
No, there's not.
Yeah, I think that's admirable to start, and you've been doing it now for how many years?
Feels like forever. But I'm thinking almost 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't know anything else.
I mean, there's always time to learn, but when you retire, right? You can learn like
pole dancing.
That or like
That's my second career.
that, like pickleball, maybe. I
Pickleball.
was thinking like pickleball, and you went pole dancing, but
Yeah,
you know,
I mean-
either works. Either
I want to
works.
pick my next career, you know?
Right. Yeah. No, that's really that's a lucky thing that you got kind of drawn into. I only wish that someone would have just said, "Hey, you know, like I don't know, like a family member or somebody that was like, you excel at these things. Maybe try this." You know, and I never had that guidance. It was just do whatever you want. So when they came to me in class and they were like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I still say I don't know.
Yeah.
To this day.
I say that sometimes too. When I'm
Yeah.
sitting in my chair, I'm like, I have no idea what I want to do when I grow up. You know, even though I own a shop and everything like that,
Yeah.
I still have no clue. And I was very fortunate for her to look out for me like that. It really did save my life. And, you know, I'm blessed that, you know, barbering has taken me to where I'm at now.
Yeah.
And it allows me a lot of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
It allows me to do other things. And, you know, it's a lot of hard work, but, you know,
Yeah. How many hours a day are you working?
10, 11. And I drive an hour to the shop, hour back.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that kind of kills me too.
Well, you started here and then you moved to somewhere else that's an hour away.
Right.
We don't need to say, because, you know, might
Yeah.
have groupies and they try to track them down or weird shit. I don't need that. But what the hell was I going to ask? See, my brain.
No, you're
So
good.
just remember, I lose my shit. I lose my place, and we'll just talk about something else. But
Sounds good. Sounds good. Can't wait till I mess up.
oh, you're doing fine. You're
I
doing better than me.
appreciate
No, but you do it. It's a long ass day, man. You know, and you're doing what? Like you said, like 19, 20 people a day,
A day.
and that's a lot, right?
Mm-hmm. That is kind of a lot.
About average.
Well, I mean, a lot of people don't have, like, I guess the book I have, the appointment book I have. If it's not filled up that day, it fills up. You know? So I have a lot of walk-ins, a lot of people trying to get in with me. Now I've taken some days off, so I only work so many days. So I'm pretty much booked out like almost a whole month in advance.
Dope.
Yeah, so
That's
it's pretty
what you
cool.
want.
Yeah,
Yeah. How long did it take you to get to that point?
long time. Actually, it took me about. Well, it depends on like shops because I did jump around early in my career to learn different things, but being in a shop back in the day, it probably take me 6 months to get that way.
Really?
Yeah. So
Shit. Okay. Yeah, when I was I've tried to get my photography businesses up off the ground at least 15, 20 times. And that's my biggest problem is finding clients.
yeah.
You know, I imagine you put a barbershop thing up on your window and people come flocking, or how does that work? I mean,
Not really.
How do you advertise?
For the barbershop I have now, it was funny. I was working for a corporation before and came
Which
home.
will not be named.
It's more of a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they that cult that I was working for, they did a lot for me. They taught me the psychology of it, how to treat clients, how to retain clients, and you know all these things that I'm great at now. But I got on the front page of the newspaper when we were opening our shop. We were the first small business in Jacksonville to use the Affordable Care Act to open a business.
Oh, wow.
So when I immediately saw that, I immediately quit my job.
Yeah.
And so for 8 months until the shop was turnkey,
Right.
I wasn't working. So I had a stool in my condo, and I was just like marketing off of the oak leaf pages and stuff like that, and just seeing where it went from there.
And the Will Todd, that's Will Todd. That was when you went to Will Todd?
We'll talk barbershop.
From the,
correct.
okay.
From
so
the cult.
Yes, from the cult.
Yes.
Correct. You know, and if they didn't try to like, bang your wife, I'm not sure if they're a cult. That always happens in cults. You know, it's like you get the leader and there's like everything's all good.
Yeah,
and
try
it's
this Kool-Aid.
I need you to bring your wife by so I can. Like, hey, wait a minute. At least that was my experience. Just kidding. No. How did it feel to like break away and I imagine it. I don't know. Did it set in right away or? Was it like a euphoric feeling? I'll shut up now.
No. I'm like reliving all the feelings.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, it's the scariest shit I've ever done.
Yeah.
And,
it's real.
Don't have income coming in and, every day you have to do something different.
Yeah.
And I was blessed enough to like, one morning I woke up at 5 a.m. and on Messenger, someone said, hey, Mark K's looking for a barber. And so then I contacted him. He's like, well, can you make it at 10? I'm like, yeah, I can make it at 10. Let me ask my wife. Hey, babe, can we go to the Mark K show at 10? Why are you even asking, telling me stuff like that?
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah. Well, what do I bring? She goes, you bring everything. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And so I was fortunate enough to have that. And then, he got me out there a little bit. Then the Bearded Villains, they have beard competitions. And right before.
Bearded Villains.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I mean,
yeah, look that up. Yeah,
no, I'm just gonna put it in my brain.
And I was fortunate enough to go to one of their events at the Jacksonville landing before it shut down. And I remember getting on stage, and they're like, "Yeah, man, introduce yourself." I'm like, "I'm Todd Will." Like,
what do I do with my hands?
Shout out Will Todd Barbershop. I fit that one in. But I did that also, and I just had all these opportunities that just fell in my lap, and I was blessed to have, and it just kind of took off because it's kind of weird. Okay, this guy's advertising haircuts, but when we think we're going to a shop, we're going to a gated community, and I'm sitting on a stool in his house, and just kind of looking around, but it worked.
So at Will Todd's. So you started out of your house?
Started out of my house before the barbershop was completely built.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I imagine that would be a little weird. I mean, for me, I wouldn't feel weird about it if if we met and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, cut my hair. I don't care.
Yeah. I was holding my family hostage. Like, you can't cook right now. People smell, stuff like that. It was nuts.
Yeah.
And I told my wife, I don't want to do that. I could go work somewhere else. She goes, no, you're going to do it here.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Like, because hair is going to get everywhere.
So it sounds like you have the best, supportive, most awesome wife.
Yeah,
ever.
My wife's amazing, man.
Yeah.
She gave me some words of encouragement today. She says, "Don't do this with your hands," and stuff.
Please
like that.
do that with your hands. I'm just going to tell you guys, if anyone that he's talked to and like gotten advice from on like how to be on a podcast, I told him to fucking forget all that shit. Do everything that they told you not to do. So
far it's been working.
Yeah. It
has.
Doing the things that they told you to do, or
the not.
Okay. Yeah.
Just go in there, be yourself.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like I said, we hung out for quite a while at your shop.
We did.
And it was fun, man. And like the time flew by. We had great conversations, and it was natural. Mm-hmm. It just felt good. And that's why I said that's all this is.
Yeah.
And it's an opportunity for us to talk a little more, me to get to know you, you get to know me, and these guys get to learn about Will Todd. And that's my biggest, that's the best thing for me.
And I appreciate you having me on.
I love it, dude. I love doing it. I wish the people would go and subscribe and, like all the things.
Hit that subscribe button, guys.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I can get more people can see Mr. Todd. That's, and everybody that comes on. That's my goal. I don't give a crap about money. I'm trying to edit myself for your shop. I don't give a horse patootie. No, I really don't care about money. It's never been about money. I actually just started doing it because I'm a dork.
Yeah.
And I like all this crap.
This is intimidating, man. This is a nice setup.
Yeah.
Like, this is awesome.
It's intimidating, huh?
Yeah. Got cameras everywhere. There's lights and.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, just like going to a photo shoot or something.
Haven't done that yet either.
No. Well, we've scheduled him a boudoir shoot after the podcast. Actually, after the podcast, which we will. What time is it? We need to make sure. Okay, we're solid. It's 6:00. We got about an hour and a half. He's got to cut out of here at 7:30 because it's a big night.
Fight night. Big fight night.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got an old man versus a young man, and see what happens.
Did you see that? Did you see that slap?
Oh my God!
What do you think?
Did you
about
see that slap?
Yeah, I saw the shit out of
Well,
it.
first of all, he was crawling up
With
to
my
him,
eyes.
and then he stepped on his foot,
Yeah,
and he got slapped.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty hard.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah, then he started acting like a neighborhood child. I'm gonna get my daddy. I'm gonna kill you now.
Is that what he said?
Well, I mean, I'm just putting words in his mouth.
Oh,
That's how I felt.
Yeah, you couldn't really hear what he was saying.
Well, you could. He's like, now it's on because, you slapped me, blah, 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 blah.
Now it's on?
Now it's on.
Dude, he has been doing nothing but talking straight smack all over the internet every time he was around him. I mean, he's just you're not Conor McGregor,
No,
first of all.
by no means.
Not at all. Your whole shtick is like fighting dudes that have been retired for 20 to 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really? Like,
he's an amateur. When you're an amateur boxer, you fight nobodies.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's what he's trying to do.
I mean, but the people he's fighting, they were all champs at once.
Yeah.
But the problem is they haven't been for 30 years, and they've been retired, and they haven't worked out, they haven't trained, and but unfortunately for him, Mike Tyson has been slightly on his game ever since.
Mm-hmm.
And that dude, I saw him on a podcast probably 2016. He was on Joe Rogan, and he was a big boy.
Yeah, he's scary.
No, I mean, just saying he had let himself kind of go.
I think he was like 300 pounds,
Yeah.
eating shrooms.
Even Joe was talking about it. He was like, that Mike Tyson was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And his table and Joe's like table where he, he's like about this wide. And then so he said after the next time that he interviewed him,
Mm-hmm.
he got a bigger table because he was like
had to.
that one. He wanted him to be further away from
Right,
him.
because he's a monster, man.
He's
You
like
don't wanna piss him
intimidating.
off.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. You might say the wrong thing.
Yeah, and he's like after he had been working out and getting in training and stuff, he's like he came back in the second time and he was just like a different human being. He was like a bulldog, just ready to pounce.
I mean, would you fight him for $30 million?
I wouldn't fight him for anything.
Me either.
I mean, and just sign the check to my kids, I guess. That dude, he scares me now like he scared me when I was a kid.
Yeah, and I don't think people. I went to the shop before I came here,
Okay.
and we were all talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing was everyone saying that Tyson's old. We might see someone be unalive tonight.
We might.
And I'm just like, are you serious right now? Like, it's Mike Tyson. Like, if it goes later in the rounds, he has like instincts, and they're killer instincts.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I guess everybody's worried about his cardio.
he don't need cardio.
Yeah, I'm more worried. I don't know, man.
I'm more worried about Jake Paul's jaw.
Yeah, I'm just thinking it's not gonna. Like they've been playing a lot of highlights, and I like stuff I've never seen.
Okay.
And it's like
Scary.
I've seen other boxing matches, and but this one, man, I mean, like all these highlights, I stuff I've, like I said, never seen of Mike Tyson, and I'm just like, that dude is precision. He's like a robot.
Mm-hmm.
The way he moves, the way he can. I mean, he actually, you see people bobbing and weaving, and they still get grazed.
Yeah.
He completely misses the hands.
It's funny you say that because one of my barbers said today, do you think he's going to win by coming in the ring like this? And it's not going to work nowadays because he's going to get jabbed to death. He's going to get hit. He's going to get knocked out. I said, have you seen Mike Tyson fight?
Yeah.
Like, for real. Have you seen him fight?
Mm-hmm.
And then they were saying, about the two uncles at the barbecue, Roy Jones and Mike Tyson fighting. That was an exhibition.
Right.
But there was no, like, face shots or anything.
Right.
It was all body shots. And, Roy Jones was holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
Jake Paul's going to be running for dear life, I think.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. Stick and move.
Shit, I might come with you, man.
Come on, man.
I was gonna tell, like I said, my producer Pat, my son-in-law, he normally is in this chair. He's out with my grandson right now, but I was gonna be like, when y'all get done with dinner, come on to the shop, son.
Come on. Doors wide open.
Is it like just come one, come all? Like, or your customers know, or
Well, they know now.
Oh,
So,
shit.
but no, it's all good.
no
Anyone can
haircuts tonight,
No
bitches.
haircut. Yeah, absolutely not. So yeah, what we do is, man, we kind of turn the lights off, have the TVs on,
Yeah.
order some food, have a great time.
Yeah,
The back bar where the products go turns into a liquor bar.
sweet.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I will say, like, I've gone into other like newer style barbershops.
Mm-hmm.
There's one right across the street from us here. I can't remember what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a little intimidating. Like it's like they want it to be real upscale and like, not that yours isn't. I'm going to say things and I don't want you, I'm just going to
I don't take offense to that.
I'm going to
no.
preface it with don't take offense to
I
anything
would never
say.
take offense to it. No.
But yeah, I like it's like super modern and like just weirdly clean. I mean, just, I don't know.
Weirdly clean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just odd, but like your place looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's modern, it's clean, but it feels like you're like at home.
Right. It's a vibe. It's
Yeah,
a whole vibe in my
definitely a
shop.
vibe.
It's definitely multicultural. That was the goal. I felt Oakleaf needed something like that, especially because, I wanted a place where everyone could go to and feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Some people go to some shops that get stared at, whatever, vice versa. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted something that everyone could come to, wide open, a whole vibe, and, that there's my shop. So
Yeah, no, and you definitely hit the fucking mark, bro.
yeah.
And everybody, dude, the people that work there, like I've only met a few.
Yeah. And you was like, man, this is like a hangout.
Yeah, I mean they're super cool. I mean everybody's nice. I'm kind of an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go into a new situation, I don't really talk much, which is probably other photographers maybe or other videographers that were doing what we're doing would probably have walked in filming already, and it's one of the reasons my introvertedness is one of the reasons I didn't get enough video clips to do what I really wanted to do. But yeah, we'll do that again
For sure.
because I know you're open to it, and that's cool. And I enjoy creating content. Sometimes, not all the time. Not for me, really. I just like to make stuff. I like to make things, like have a project or do something so I can put it together and say, look what I did, And but yeah, I'm very introverted, and the fact that your people just kind of walked up, man, they were talking to me. I mean, we had some good conversations, and some
really good
maybe
conversation.
we won't talk about.
We're not going to talk about today. Maybe next time, but not today.
Yeah. So to everybody at the shop, shout out. Thanks for making it cool. But like I said, it's definitely, I don't know what people look for when they're going to a shop or like a barber shop or what have you, but definitely you got me. You won me over.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So let's talk about the business of your shop. But before we get into that, I just remembered what the hell I was going to say like 20 minutes ago. Where do you think what road you have taken at 15, and where would you end up right now if you did not get, if that lady didn't grab you and say, hey, let me pay for your scholarship?
I'm not going to lie to you. There's really no telling.
Yeah.
Maybe I might not be here. Maybe I might. But, growing up in those times and stuff like that, not saying I was out there causing the most trouble or anything like that. But, I mean, not to say I was a troubled teen, but, we all do things when we're younger. But there's no telling. I mean, to be honest with you, there's really no telling.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so grateful about it,
Yeah, it's weird to think about that. I think about my life all the time. Like, where would I be if I never got married and had kids? But like, I mean, for me, that was like the best. No matter anything I've ever done, the kids were the best thing that I ever did.
Right.
I'm sure you feel this. You're a dad, right?
I am a dad.
Okay.
Cool. F those kids. No, I'm playing.
What did you say?
No, I said F those kids.
Y'all go to bed.
Yeah, go to bed now. Yeah, I'm a dad. I have a 22-year-old son, 18-year-old daughter. Both of them are in nursing school. Then I have a 13-year-old that I think is probably going to sit on my couch for the rest of his life or in his room, gaming. Mom, give me my Hot Pocket. Have like the gamer chair with the Tolan in it.
Yeah.
But he's the smartest one out of both of them. So
I respect it.
He'd probably be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
would you say that you were an entrepreneur? I mean, I don't know what the fuck that word means.
I got lucky.
Yeah.
And then, I just worked on my craft a lot. You know, I would work at these different shops, and then I would go party until 3 a.m. and I would have a backpack full of clippers. And I'm notorious for showing up at your house, not invited, at 2, 3 a.m., $10 haircuts, jacking people up. You wake up, your haircut looks like you know what, and I'm out the door,
So you know what? What does that mean?
What do you mean?
You said your haircut looks like you know what.
It doesn't look the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they were passed out?
No, they were drunk. I was drunk. And,
I
was just,
gotcha.
I was just practicing.
Yeah, don't drink and snip.
No. God, no.
Probably not a good idea.
It's definitely not, especially when you're learning.
Yeah.
So.
How long did it take you to get confident behind the shears, man?
I would say my second year.
Yeah?
Yeah, my second year.
At the Colt?
No, not at the Colt. The Colt
okay.
was later in my career.
Okay.
Yeah, the Colt actually taught, like I said, the Colt taught me how to know my numbers, know my business. The Colt taught me how to interact with my group of people, how to motivate them, how to get clientels. They showed me everything.
Yeah.
They basically showed me how to run Todd Barbershop.
That's good.
And then when I got my opportunity doing that, the first shop, they gave me another shop.
Okay.
And then right after that, my wife said, okay, take the next shop, and then, now you should be good for Todd Barbershop. So that's exactly what happened.
She was the idea behind the name, right?
She was definitely the idea behind the name.
She came up with it.
She's like, you got a lot of haters in this neighborhood, and every day they're going to have to roll by.
Why the fuck would you have a hater?
Look at me, man.
What's wrong with you? You look cool as shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you mean, look at me?
I don't want to sound like Ricky Bobby or anything, but, when you piss excellence, now play.
I wake up in the morning and piss excellence. That's good.
Yeah, but you know how people are.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Hey, yeah, I guess haters, they hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. No, that's tough. But I guess the toughest thing, what has been the hardest thing for you in owning a business? I mean, I know what it is for me, and I need to just ask the questions and shut up. That's one of my problems here.
Yeah, but running the Colt, it wasn't my money.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought
cutting accountability.
Yeah, okay. But I took all the accountability for it. It was weird.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought that was hard. But then whenever for 8 months, not having a job and working out of my condo, building a business, I thought that was the most stressful thing.
Right.
But I tell people now, running this business and these times, that's the hardest thing I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely, hands down.
Right now?
Yeah, since when I started. I started in September 19, and then April 2020, we were mandatory shutdown.
I was just going to say, there was a time period where no one, and I have to address this real quick if you don't mind, but
sure.
This goes out to all those at YouTube. You guys can kiss my ass. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to say because I feel like, and I told you the story about we got one of our episodes pulled because we were talking about COVID and shit and vaccines, but I don't really give a fuck. I feel like we should be able to talk about whatever we want to talk about. And I shouldn't have to worry about censoring myself. And I've been doing that a little bit, and I don't like it. I'm not happy about it. And so, no, I'm not doing it anymore. Pull my fucking episode. I'll put it right back up.
Mm-hmm. We'll just redo it.
That too.
Because I asked you.
Yeah, we can definitely do this. We can do this anytime you want. You know where I live now. And I'm not far from your shop.
Some people are like, you should have did it in the shop. I'm like, no, this guy has some intimidating stuff going on here, bro.
Well, I thought for 2 seconds. I've done one of those before. The guys that kind of pushed me to do this, the guys at Collab Cafe, shout out John, Ray, Jit. Those guys they were like, I asked them if they would come in the podcast. I wanted them to come in here. Mm-hmm. And they were like, they're entrepreneurs. They're very, you could see the gears turning in their brain.
Yeah.
But they were like, why don't you do it in here? And I'm like, oh, shit. Okay. So I loaded everything you see except for the table. I loaded all these lights and my computers, everything. All got lugged down to Riverside. And it took me almost 2 hours to set everything back up.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. But we did a podcast, and it was interesting. And I said to myself, I will never do that again.
Yeah.
But they were like I think they were wanting me to come use the space and
continue
using it.
Yeah.
Only problem I had was it wasn't a sound treated space, so it didn't sound like it does here. It
sounds great.
Very echoey in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I try to make it as dead as possible, but not only that, but like I would feel awkward because it's a photo studio. They have a bar in it. They do all sorts of stuff. They used to have... So
far, so good.
Yeah,
Mine's still hooking it up.
They used to have tattoos in the back, so...
Holy shit.
Yeah, they had everything.
Drink, get a tattoo, talk.
Fuck yeah, yeah.
Take some pictures.
Yeah, everything.
But setting up, like, there's a lot of stuff.
I know, and all the people can see right now is that mic in front of you and you. That's it.
That's all they need to see.
That's what they're supposed to see.
Yeah.
But... It was just a difficult thing, but I thought about saying, I could probably set up in here and do this, but I was like, dude, I don't want to take all this shit down there.
No.
But, like I said, man, who knows in the future, you know what I mean? I'm open to doing shit. So yeah, but what the fuck?
COVID.
Yes. COVID. That was a difficult time for everybody, but how did it, just give me the real, man. Like, how did that affect you?
All right. Opening up September 19. Things are going good. At that point, we had 4 stations, and then, we kind of added on. So then COVID started happening. And the difference between my barbershop and other people's barbershop is that I kind of modeled my shop from the Colts.
Okay.
Because I knew that how they structure their business actually kind of works. So we didn't do 1099 at first. We didn't have booth renters. We had actual payroll, people on payroll. Right. And so just the build at first, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Because we do believe that if you are on payroll, a lot of barbers don't like to pay into their taxes, Social Security and stuff like that. So if you get hurt as a barber, you don't have any kind of disability, Social Security to fall back on.
You're fucked.
You can't prove your income, can't buy a house. And, some people do, some people don't. But in my experience, 9 times out of 10, they don't. So so we did payroll. And when April hit 2020, mandatory shut down. When I told my wife, I said, hey, listen, man, the guy on TV, the president said, hey.
The guy on the TV.
I was going to say something else, but,
You could say what he...
I said the orange man. That's what all my employees were saying. Oh, the orange man says this.
Yeah, he's okay with that,
yeah.
I think.
So what happened is that I told her, I said, hey, listen, get with Mike and get with Tom. Tom's my CPA. Mike's the guy at the bank that we always deal with. I said, hey, get the paperwork in. Today's Monday. She goes, we've already got it in for the PPP, the payroll protection plan.
Okay. I was like, please explain what the PPP is.
Okay, so the PPP is when small businesses have employees. And they rolled out that plan so that you could still employ your employees, and you could pay all your bills.
That was specifically during COVID?
Yes.
Okay.
And so we supposedly shut down.
What do you
I'll
mean?
get to that.
Okay.
I supposedly shut down.
Yeah.
Then I immediately put on the message on the Oakley page, hey, if you're an essential employee, listen, I got you. $25 in cash. Here's my number. Call me. Left it at that. And then my employees were getting paid average of what they did make plus tips.
Okay.
So they're sitting at home every 2 weeks, making almost $2,000 every 2 weeks, sitting at home doing nothing.
Wow.
All of our bills got paid.
I need to come work for you.
Yeah, all of our bills got paid, and the cable got paid. Everything got paid.
Yeah.
because that's what it was for. And you had to prove how you spent it, which was easy for us because it got dropped into our business account.
Right.
So then, we're just paying bills and here's the statement,
And then payroll.
And we had 9 employees. So that was awesome. And then me, on the other hand, I was running a speakeasy barbershop. I don't know if I should say that now. I don't know how much
it's
trouble.
over now. What are they going to do? Come get you?
So, I want to mention another guy's name.
Okay.
But I don't think I don't know.
Is it bad or good?
I mean, it's good what he did for me, but he's not in the position he's in now.
Okay. I mean, it's up to you, brother.
Let's just roll with it. Okay. Oh, well. So I'm running this little speakeasy barbershop.
Yeah.
Give me $25. You call me, I put you on the book. You get everything like normal. You get my appointment's at this time. Park around the side, walk up front. Mind you, I have 2 kegerators in the back too.
Nice.
And so, that's what kind of day it was. We leave at 12 or 3 p.m., short days. So one day I got a phone call, and it's me and one of my employees outside. And I got this phone call, and this guy said, "Hey, man, I need you to cut my hair." I'm like, "Hey, I'll do it Monday. We're off. Plus, I've been drinking."
Yeah.
And so he said, "I don't think you understand. I'm right down the street." I'm like, "Well, I don't think you understand. I'll cut it Monday."
Yeah.
And I said, "Mike, you want to do it?" He said, "Yeah, I'll do it." I said, "Give me $25 in cash, park on the side of the building, come walking up." Well, at the time, this guy was on Facebook and everything. Fighting crime with his coffee cup, with a cowboy hat on, sipping it, telling you what wonderful Tuesday morning it was in whatever county I'm in.
I'm trying to pick up on the clues that you're laying out. I'm not with it.
Okay.
Even if you told me his name, I might not know.
Yeah, so he's the sheriff.
Okay.
He was the sheriff. There's a new sheriff now.
I got you.
So I see him coming around the corner. Not in uniform, but I see him, big black dude, cowboy hat. I'm like, shit.
Oh, that guy.
I said, shit, we about to go to jail. And Mike said, "No, we're not." I said, "That's the fucking sheriff." He goes, "No, it's not." I said, "Hey, are you here to arrest us?" And he goes, "No, I'm here to get a haircut. I told you that." I said, "Oh, you got Facebook with you?" I'm like, look it. I'm not going to be on the 5 o'clock news.
Yeah.
I probably would have ran. But then he said, "No." I said, "You love beer?" He said, "I love beer." So we was in there chatting it up for about 2 or 3 hours. And thank God he was who he was, because he said, "Man, to be honest, look, you just started. I got your phone number from somebody, and I'm not going to try to tell you to stop something to feed your family, because we already know you just started." And I said, "Well, here, take some coupons for your deputies, for Monday or whatever." And he goes, "No, they're going to be up here." My whole parking lot was full of deputies.
What?
Yeah. And then the Florida Highway Patrolman found out.
Oh, shit.
So here they came. But if you looked on Facebook, JSO's arresting people. But then here they come.
Right.
And so I was able to not only have the PPP money, but I was able to pay a lot of my shop debt off.
That's good.
With doing that.
That's lucky, man.
And then I was blessed again. And then I invited some of my employees, because I didn't want them to go to people's houses during COVID because of what we knew back then.
Yeah.
And I said, "You don't want to get sick. Just have them here. My stations are 6 feet apart."
Now, were y'all doing making them wear masks and all that?
We
shit?
were wearing masks.
Okay.
They didn't have to, but we were. We had sanitizer, whatever we had to do back then.
Sure.
And
which apparently, allegedly, none of that shit was worth a damn at all, anyways.
Absolutely. And then the funny thing is that the payroll protection, I have all these other barbershop owners calling me and saying, "Well, why can't we get it?
Right.
Why do we? Because you guys are 1099. You have zero payroll. So the government's going to give you money to protect anything." It actually came out of their pockets, which sucked.
Right.
Yeah.
So you showed that you had employees on the payroll. That's interesting. When I talked to, I think I told you that I started a mini doc. I was going to do a documentary. I didn't get very far, but I wanted to go around finding businesses, local businesses close to me. I started here in Orange Park area and just kind of started fanning out. But I got to 2 different businesses. Only interviewed one of the owners. It happened to be a guy named Daniel DeLeon. He runs and owns the franchise of Grumpy's. And this was actually before they franchised. So But like there was a news story about him in the paper that he gave up all of his money, all the money that he was making, and he just, instead of keeping it, he gave it to his employees. And I didn't know anything about that
Right.
PPP. I wonder if he utilized that as well. But according to the news, he didn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not saying you did.
And the hard
do you
thing
think?
was about the PPP is that people like, say, Starbucks, McDonald's, Taco Bell, all these places, they're considered a small business. And if you didn't know the guy at the bank, you weren't friends with the guy at the bank to get your name on the list,
Right.
you weren't getting the money. Because if you have 500 people and under one roof, you're considered a small business,
Right.
which is insane.
Yeah. No, that's there's so much. I mean, we'll probably have to take offline, but like, there's so many questions I have about small business loans and all that kind of crap. I have no. I mean, you said you used what was that? What did you call it? Your business loan that you got?
Yeah. So we got the PPP. Everything's great, stuff like that. So we had another hard time.
Okay.
And that's when I was teaching down south and trying to work both places. And I was trying to exit myself out of the barbershop, but unfortunately at that time, it's Will Todd Barbershop. Everybody wants to see Will Todd. And it
Right.
really sucks. Like, I couldn't leave the business. I can now because my employees are amazing. All my barbers in my shop are amazing. So we hit a rough patch. And as every small business, after COVID,
Yeah.
And so the government,
Devastating.
the government rolled out the ERC. I know people are tired of hearing me talk about this.
I'm not tired of hearing you talk about it.
Yeah. So
It's us tonight, man. Who
That's
cares
it.
what they think?
so it's called the Employee Retention Credit.
Okay.
So the government says, hey, listen, since we gave you PPP and you guys helped us employ all your employees during the hard times and kept them employed, we're going to give you up to $26,000 per employee you had for a credit, a retention credit. And so you could get up to that.
Okay.
All right. And then we had 9 employees. We didn't get 26 grand, but we got a nice little bit.
Right.
All right. So basically it's kind of us, the ERC people, and then like the IRS.
Okay.
So you don't have to prove this money that you're getting back, how you spend it. What they do is they put it into your income for the year and you have to pay taxes on it.
Okay.
Right.
That sort of okay.
So basically if they
Breaking my brain.
right. That's why I said
Numbers.
111, right?
Yeah.
So we're here. So to do the payroll protection plan, PPP paperwork, my wife said it was crazy, but she got it done.
Right.
The ERC, my CPA didn't want to touch it
Right.
because he's older. And
Did you have to get a new?
no, that's why you go to these companies.
Uh-huh.
But for months, I was like getting all these phone calls like, hey, government owes you money. And I'm like, government's not just going to give me money like this.
Yeah.
Like,
What are you talking about?
Yeah, man, this is a scam. Then one of my employees said, no, they're doing that. So I checked, and they were. So they had these companies with all these CPAs. It's kind of like tax time. All these CPAs gang
Right.
up, form Voltron. We're the ERC company. So the paperwork's crazy. So they charge us like 18 grand to fill the paperwork out.
18 grand. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
1,800?
1,000.
18,000. Fuck.
Now, this is the kind of money we're talking about that they owe us.
Mm-hmm.
So they send it off to the IRS. Now, the IRS says, hey, listen, guys, we're going to, we're basically going to take 8 to 12 months to get you your money back. No big deal. So when we heard that, we were like, okay, so we could take like a loan from that. And then when the money comes back, everything should be good.
Okay.
Because our business was hurting.
Tracking.
Yeah. So at that time, right before we actually got that loan, we couldn't do our payroll. And I remember that phone call like it was yesterday. Hey, we can't pay these people. I'm like, well, let me call Mike at the bank. I said, Mike, man, listen, like it's Monday. We do payroll on Wednesday. We got to pay these guys by Friday. And Mike, I said, listen, I said, you made me get 2 credit cards for my business. I told Rochelle to find one. She did, and we activated it. So that's one option. I said, option number 2, can you give me a loan? He goes, I would love to give you, I'll give you $100,000 right now. He said, but it's not going to help you. I'm like, that will help everything. That will help starving kids around the world.
Come on now. Well, that's a lot we could do with $100,000.
But guess what? That's 7 to 10 days I'll get it, not in 3. And then if I use the credit card, they're going to tag on $5,000 off rip.
Mm-hmm.
So that's last case scenario. He said, well, I've been telling you for 3 years now, 4 years now, you need a line of credit.
Yeah.
So we got one, and I remember that Wednesday walking after 5 p.m. with a bottle in my hand, puking in the parking lot, signing my life over. They're like, where's my drink? We're pouring drinks in the bank. And, the following week we got the ERC loan, paid that off. Cool, everything's great. We're paying $1,200 a month on that loan, and it's been 2 years. So the $1,200 we have to pay back going towards that loan that we took out, the IRS at 8 to 12 months hasn't paid us in 2 years. Now it's $3,400.
You're paying $3,400 a month?
Correct.
Jesus.
So I usually like to go on TikTok videos or on live when they said, Trump and Ms. Harris, policies and who has the best policy, prove me wrong. And then I shut down the whole room by telling people this. I said, well, maybe you could sway my vote by telling me who has the best policy for this. There's no policy for this.
Right.
So,
who do you think? Not that it matters. I don't care about who you voted for, but like
I actually didn't get the vote. I cleared my book off for the rest of the night, and I was like so proud. I'm like, yeah. Called my wife and said, hey, babe, I'm about to go vote. She goes, you know what post you need to go to, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go down to Eagle Landing where I go every year. She goes, no, we live where we live at now.
Oh shit.
I'm like, it's 5:30. There's no way I'm going to make it.
Oh, you can't. You have to vote in your district.
County district,
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I mean, look, which one of those candidates, I guess, would be you feel like would have your best interests as a business owner?
Either one, to be honest with you. They both got good things. Trump, during COVID, he did a lot of tax breaks for us, and that was amazing. I don't know how true it is, I heard that he had to make they made him push the PPP through. But a lot of the small business tax breaks that he did do, it worked to our benefit. Ms. Harris is saying stuff about, we're going to give small businesses this.
Put your right hand down.
Sorry. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I know. No, you're very handsy, but the camera keeps picking up your hand and your face goes out of focus. That's why I keep looking at it. You're good. Carry on.
All right. So,
Shut up, Jim.
Shut up, Jim. So, no, other hand now.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So,
you're a handsy guy.
I am. Hands on.
There you go.
I'm a barber.
You are.
You
soft hands.
That's it. All right. So, Miss Harris has all these things for, small business owners and stuff like that she was going to try to do.
Yeah.
But what I'm dealing with now is there's no policy. It's basically you wait on the IRS. And I had to figure it out because we were paying $3,400 for a while. And I had to restructure how from the Colt structure to where I'm at now. And things I didn't want to do, like do booth rent, we're doing now.
Yeah.
And it's helped tremendously. Number one, you have to adapt. And then number 2 is that, $3,400 is bleeding us out.
Yeah.
Plus other things.
Sure.
And the problem is that between my wife that calls the IRS every day for the last 2 years and the ERC experts, I mean, I don't know if they were willing just to kind of sit and wait for the business to do nothing.
To fold.
I wasn't. And they both told me there's nothing I could do. So I stayed up like I do till 3, 4 in the morning, drinking, figuring out from scratch what is the ERC. So if I talk to someone, I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So basically, this is your options.
So you become a student of the ERC.
I am the ERC master now.
So that's why you think everybody wants you to shut up about it.
Right. Because you should have saw the stress level I was dealing with. I looked nuts.
Well, I don't care. You can tell me all about the ERC.
All right.
I don't know shit about it.
To get your money, you could sue the IRS. And it's not like a tax return. And everyone's getting these lawyers, and you could literally sue the IRS. And the IRS has to pay every month they're late. They have to pay 3%. If we're late, it's 8%. Yeah, it's weird, right?
So when people are suing the IRS, are they winning?
Yes, absolutely. Because the lawyers they're expediting your name to the top. The IRS actually stopped doing this with the ERC, and they took a little break. And then they started doing it again. And they're like, well, we're getting a lot of fraud, just like payroll protection, PPP.
Sure.
People are filling out these paperwork, and they're not businesses, or they were businesses and not anymore.
Yeah.
So the IRS's excuse
someone gamed the system.
Listen. When we sent that paperwork in, we had to refill out 2023 or whatever paperwork 3 times. We moved, had to fill it out again. I signed my name on a line that I shouldn't have, had to fill it out again. So when you send that kind of paperwork, you have to send your tax returns with it. So I don't understand what they're saying. And then I heard that the IRS got $1 billion to get more employees.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. So what's the problem?
Wasn't that when they were supposedly like they were going to be knocking on your door and like they were touting? I don't know. I saw something on the news about like they were going to have like a task force, an IRS task force.
Absolutely. But where are they at?
Well, obviously that would be. I feel like maybe a little unconstitutional.
If they would have got. Oh, I can't say this. I'm going to shut up.
We're getting into politics, people.
No, I was just going to say something funny. I just don't want to offend nobody, but I'll tell you later. You'll probably laugh at it.
Okay.
Yeah. I was told to think before I talk, so here we are.
To think before you talk?
Yeah, so
I told you not to.
I know.
I never think.
I know. But so the thing is that it's been 2 years. So you get a lawyer, and they'll get your money in a week and a half. But it's going to cost you a third of it. Or you could get another lawyer that's probably going to cost 10 to 15 grand, and he'll get it to you in a month and a half. And those are the two. I had talked to 50 lawyers, and I had 2 on speed dial. One that's going to take a third, which I'll break even fine, and I'll just have to save for the taxes for the money that they're going to put on my income. Or we could do it the other way. Those are Hail Mary passes.
So was it one of those things where you like needed to have it like ASAP, the money?
I at the time, yes.
Yeah.
But I've just worked other scenarios out.
Okay.
So you could fill out a piece of paper, send it to the IRS. Hopefully they get it and approve it. Not going to happen.
Right.
Or the thing that I did that everyone said is going to fail was call your local congressman. He'll help.
Yeah. I got a story about a congressman.
So guess what? I did after the first hurricane. He emailed me back on that Monday, so here we are. He's actually shaking trees down, representing me, taking on the IRS.
Oh, nice.
Aaron Bean is his name.
Nice.
Local guy here. And
Jacksonville or Clay County?
Clay, Jacksonville, Yulee.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so yeah. And the Hail Mary, kind of worked for now. So then I took the attention off of, okay, well, he's handling that part. Let's handle this loan part. How many more payments do we have to make? How can we make the business adapt to that?
Right.
And I always think outside the box. I had to take another day off because when you bring someone else in, you get paid more with them being there than you do yourself. So we've done a lot of creative things, and so we are surviving.
Yeah.
So which is really good.
Sounds like to me the biggest part of owning a business like a barbershop or any small business, local small business, is less of the it seems to me the hardest part is running the actual business itself. The easiest part was getting the learning about it and cutting hair. Like the work is easy. You know that. You could do that in your sleep.
So my foundation, I would be nowhere where I'm at now if I didn't have a strong foundation.
Absolutely.
Between my wife, and she's the other 50% owner, my CPA, my guy at the bank. These guys are my foundation. If I roll up on them and say, hey, I'm having problems paying this, and this, or what do you think I should do? They always come same answer. Like, we don't think you're stupid. Listening to yourself talk, you already know the answer. You just want to hear someone tell you that you're right.
Well, you want to be given options. I mean, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about me.
Yeah.
If I had someone like that in my life that was a professional and they could just like say, okay, here's your options. And I could go, oh, goody. I love options, because then you go, okay, well, you know, and you can ask questions about each option. You know, you find out all the information, the best information, which one's the best. And then you go, which one would you pick?
Right. Yeah, that's me too. So what do you think?
Yeah. And then you make, of course, you're going to end up doing what you want to do.
That's exactly right. Yeah. But I heard all the other, in your case, it happened this way.
Right.
In that case, it happened that way.
I mean, you have to know all the information. You can't, it's dumb to make decisions. I know this because I've made a lot of dumbass decisions without knowing all the facts.
Right.
You know, and so, yeah, you need to know as many facts and as much information as you possibly can about each decision that you can make.
Yeah. And in my barbershop, like, we definitely try to go above and beyond for all of our employees. Like, we have telehealth, life insurance through the telehealth stuff. Yeah. We try to educate them. Huh? Oh, yeah, I'll hit that. This should be fun.
This should be fine. Don't worry, I turned the video on me.
Okay, good.
No, I mean it really does seem, and I've only been there twice, but it does seem like everybody that works there with you really feels like they're part of your family. They feel like, you know, they're part of a team. You know, it's not. Oh yeah, go ahead, re-up. Let's see if we can get that juicy noise. That's a nice pour. Don't go crazy, man. You got you got to drive.
Yeah, I do. So I was like, I hope the wife don't hear this.
He's pouring water into a cup. It's frozen water.
Yeah, it takes a while
with ice, with Red Bull. Mm-hmm. So
Gets
yeah,
people going.
No, I really feel like there's a strong sense of family in your shop. You know, and that's dude, I can't tell you. Like I said, I think I mentioned it. We kind of talked about, or I kind of talked about, like, you know, when I did that whole business venture with my, you know, with a person, he who shall not be named. But it was never
shitty.
It never felt like the people that we had working in the building with us. It never felt like we were like a family. And I think that's part of our problem. You know, we were so close, and I don't think that you should go into business with your best friend. But, and I mean, unfortunately that has ended, you know, the business and the friendship, which sucks. But, you know, it's just one of those things. But the people that we had coming into the shop to work, it just never felt like, you know,
family.
It felt like, well, yeah. And you know, it was a tattoo shop. These were tattoo artists. I'm not a tattoo artist, and I'm supposed to be managing these people.
Right.
And that was my biggest, hardest part to that business. It was like a constant question every single day. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You know, why am I doing this? You know, but you take a chance. You know, I mean, and I imagine, like you had said, that was probably one of the biggest hurdles, was just jumping out there and taking that chance. If you didn't have that support,
you got to
staff.
jump off the cliff, man, and you're gonna get bumps and bruises along the way.
Right.
But you know, you're gonna end up flying, man. You know, once I feel like people don't realize what they're capable of when their back's against the wall, when they have to do it. You know, it's basically sink or swim.
Yeah.
But why I think everyone's like family in my shop is that, you know, the core group, like, I got a bunch of misfits and they were similar to me. We never had anyone like guide us and tell us, you know, stuff like that. And that's what I was going to get to. Like, I bring a financial advisor in there and she talks to them about IRAs and mutual funds and debt management and stuff like that. And sometimes I have to be
That's
their
a huge
parent.
help.
Absolutely. It's a huge help to me still.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, and I feel like it's a huge help to those people too, because they don't, I mean, a lot of people don't normally have access to those types of things. I mean, obviously it costs money.
Yeah.
You know, to do that. Normally it costs money, but for and your generosity knows no bounds. And I said, we've only hung out twice, and just the level of generosity between, you know, like, yeah, man, don't worry about it. You know, hey, you know, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get these new shirts. I'm going to, you want something to drink? Here, let me go grab you a beer, whatever the fuck, you know, just everything. It was just, you know,
I appreciate that.
Not to stroke you or anything, but
yes,
it's not that kind of show.
That's the next one.
You thought I was kidding when I said I got a rim shot. No, man. So yeah, that is a very cool service that you provided for your employees. I'm sure they took it very well.
Yeah. And even like teledoc, telehealth. We pay if you're full time if you want it. We have some veterans that don't need it and stuff like that work for us, and that's fine. But I feel like everyone should get health care. I might sound crazy when I say I'm for universal health care. I think people should be able to see the doctor instead of going to the emergency room. We all pay for it type things, or just give everyone in the whole United States telehealth.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with universal health care if it's done right. The problem is I don't think that there's anyone that knows exactly how to do it right.
Correct.
I mean, because there's other countries, obviously the first one that comes to mind is Canada. My girlfriend has, she's got friends that live, that I guess now are Canadian citizens. And they've been there forever, but they fucking hate it.
Yeah.
They hate the healthcare, the way it's set up. Like they actually have to pay for, private healthcare on their own outside of that. So you have the universal.
But is it cheaper though? I'm just curious.
I don't know. I'm not sure. But all she ever says is that they just fucking hate it. And that they can hardly ever get seen by anybody. And
that's how I kind of feel now. Like I got a doctor's appointment a month out. And then like when we were starting the shop.
Keep talking.
What happened is that, a lot of people don't open small businesses because the fact of they don't have insurance for their family. They don't have insurance for themselves. And you can't afford it. It's like $1,800 for you and your whole family to have a good insurance plan when you start to open a small business. And when you open a small business, you're already in the red, and so that definitely sucked. So what we realized is that we could use the Obamacare, and the Obamacare was perfect for us because the first year or two we took a loss. So we were able to get health care for our family and stuff like that, which was a real blessing. So. No, man, you're good. How's it look?
Good. We lost focus for a second again.
Okay. It wasn't my hands, though, right?
No, not this time. Just focused on that damn microphone.
Oh, so bring it down?
It's all good. There we go.
It's my first time.
It's my first time.
Don't know what to do.
I can't have you looking bad, man.
No. But, I mean, like I said, though, there's a lot of things that, owning a barbershop the way I run it, there's so many of my mentors in town and people I look up to, and they got like 4 or 5 shops. I'm like, man, how are you guys doing it? I never really asked them that. Yeah. But, I just know they 1099. Here you go. And I know what POS system they work. Cool. And they don't have to be there. Me, I just feel like we're different.
Yeah.
We want to have a good quality. I want my employees to have a good quality of life. And I'm trying to offer things that other shops don't offer, especially when it comes to healthcare.
Right.
And like I said, the Obamacare, when it first came out, I hated it. I was like, man, I have insurance that was good. Now it's more and it sucks. But when it came to my favor, I was like, oh, okay. Okay, Obama, I see you.
So it worked out for you then?
It did. It got us on the front page of the newspaper. I don't know how.
That is weird.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Let me show you, man. It's wild.
I can probably look it up. What paper was it?
Florida Times-Union.
Oh, really?
Yeah, local.
Let's see if I can. Where the fucking fuck? Tiger Sanctuary? Really?
That was me back in the day.
Nice.
Yeah, see, this is us. That's the day I quit my job. The Colt. I was like, I'm done.
That's cool, man. Let's see. I'm going to look it up. Normally, my buddy would be doing this. See if it'll pop up. Nope, that's not you. Nope, that's not you.
Yeah, that's definitely not me.
That's not you.
That's probably the day I died. I don't know.
Jesus.
That's my whole name.
That was
too.
that was
my whole name.
That was an obituary. We don't want that.
2012.
Was that when? Oh yeah.
That's not when I got married either. You want to hit this?
Oh. Let's see what happens.
No. This was whoa. Okay, I see you went deep. Who was that? I mean, yeah. Hold on.
I'm getting all these obituaries.
This was 2018. Thursday, December 13, 2018.
Let's see. I would. Oh no!
Another
why?
one?
What the fucking fuck?
How many Will Todds that are dying at this
I
time?
don't know, man. That's not cool. Okay, yeah, get out of here. Let's see. For those of you that are just listening, we are actively Googling some shit. Or not. I don't know. It would have been cool. Let's see. No, that's dope. Sign up deadline looms for Affordable Care Act. Man, you don't even look the same.
Nah, bro.
Look at that little baby beard.
Notice I didn't have any gray in it.
See, can you see it? He was on the paper.
Yes.
There was a little gray. A little bit. Just a little salt and pepper on the side.
A little bit. Not like this.
No, man, that's yeah, I guess I don't know. That's the scariest part for me is owning a business is all the fucking bullshit you got to deal with. If I could just do what I want and never have to worry about, any of that shit and just be able to do the work.
It's like you go home, still at work, It takes me so long to unwind half the time.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the next day, thinking ahead of everything. So
right.
Kind of sucks. But I mean, I feel like I'm built for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem like a very intellectual type of person.
I am far from that.
No?
I don't know. It's a big word.
Intellectual? Or person? I don't know. Which word?
Both.
No, man, you're cool and you're fun. I mean, you know, like I said, don't worry about what those people think or what they tell you to do. Do the opposite, because we've literally, and we sat here and talked for what, 30 minutes or more before we started, and it was just, that's you have a very inviting persona. I
appreciate it.
You make people comfortable. I'm not used to having dudes rub all over my face. And I felt very comfortable having you rub all over my face and put that hot towel. Holy shit.
Ooh,
that was dope.
Steam, huh?
Yeah, I need to get one of those machines that I can put my little towels
Got
in.
you, man.
You got me?
Yeah.
No, you don't. Okay? The generosity stops at some point.
Right
you got to
there,
stop
yeah.
buying people shit.
Got you. I do. That's what my wife says. Stop.
Yeah. No, I mean, you can go too far with generosity. I mean,
she's like, you got a big heart. And I do. And I don't really expect anything back. It's just like I said, man, I didn't have that support system growing up. I didn't have all these things. So like figuring out the barber game and jumping from place to place here and there, no one really taught me anything. So.
Do you ever think about like starting like a community outreach program for youths or something like that?
Not yet, but I do have a lot of kids where my shop's at that I have given about 3 or 4 pair of clippers to 4 individuals.
Good.
And then I'm wanting to write a book. I haven't started yet, but once I did that, once I put that out there, just saying it, I had like my mentor call me and say, hey, I have this chick that wants to get into barber school. Can you mentor her? And then I had 3 other individuals call me like within days apart.
So you've done mentorships.
I mean, I feel like I'm doing it now.
Okay.
But I would love to.
Yeah.
I think it's great. You know, I go to hair schools all the time and talk and
do
do
you?
demos. Yeah.
That's dope.
I love it.
And you're worried about coming on a fucking podcast?
I mean, I'm not worried now. I mean, I'm having a great time now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I was like that then too.
Okay. Yeah. So that's cool, man. I guess I was just thinking like paying it back.
Paying it back. Oh, absolutely. Like American Academy, if you look up them right now, that's down the street by Big Dogs. I need to get paid for my likeness in all their ads. Like every ad they have me there. And I never taught them.
It always goes to, let's see, American Academy.
Cosmetology. Oh, hold on. Is it ACC?
What?
Scroll down.
Am I anywhere close?
No, American Academy.
Is it like, this is all CPR training?
Oh, right there.
This one?
Yep.
Here, let me put it on the screen so people can see what we're talking about.
Can you see their Facebook page or anything? Oh no, that's Academy Sports.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're on the wrong page here. Let me go back here. Is it? Is this it?
Go. That's it.
Okay. I don't know. Do they have their Facebook page on here?
Well, it shows.
Yeah, you would think that they would. I'm not a robot. Do I need to do that?
No, scroll down. Let's see.
See our blog, about us.
Go to barbering. I might be on that one.
Here. There's your hands. No, that's not his hands.
You know what one of my employees said today? He said, if you're scared, just take your clippers, man. You talk a lot when you got your clippers in your
That's true. That's true.
Dude.
Well, there's a thing about barbershops.
Uh-huh.
Everybody thinks, I mean, it's definitely like people kind of open up in your barbershop. And you just kind of get to talking. Do they have an Instagram?
They have a Facebook. And they definitely have a Facebook.
No.
What? I'm on their Facebook now.
I'm not getting anything. Wait. Is it this one? AAC Orange Park?
Yeah, let's try that one.
Looks like it. They're doing hair and makeup and stuff.
Oh, there I am.
There he is. Look at that sexy bitch. So that's where you did, and you went to, is that where you went to school? No. You just go there and
there and tell students that if you think you're going to get out of school and make millions,
it ain't going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Not right away.
No, not right away.
30 years maybe.
Not even that. Not even that. Just don't think you're going to come out of the hair school running a shop.
Right. Well, I mean, and I think that's any.
There I am again.
Yep. It's the same damn picture.
I know, right? And then there I am again.
Yeah, they just went ham with that one photo.
No, they have another one too. Then they have to use generic people too.
Yeah. Fucking internet here sucks balls.
Like all the ads on their stories and stuff, I just see my picture every single time.
Good.
Trying to get paid off of it.
Yeah, they need to. Shout out AAC.
AAC.
Yeah.
Pay me.
Big shout out.
I want my money.
I'll go ahead. I'm going to give them a follow. Let's see. We need to go back here. I'm going to show people this is Will Todd's Instagram, so you can go and follow that right here. And then he's got his this page. This is his website. It's a slick looking website. That is actually his inside of his shop. He does have video games.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, it's very cozy. I mean, and this is the address. So please get to this address, call this number, email this. Don't send any dick pics.
No, please don't.
Like the last person that requested no dick pics. If they're going to be illustrated, that's fine. If you're drawing them, we're okay with that. But yeah, it's a good place. It's a good place. You're good people, man. I'm glad that we had a chance to meet. I'm glad to be
on. Thank you for having me. For sure.
This is nothing. This is easy for me. I love doing this, and I think I told you before. I'm always kind of leery about meeting people from internet. You
told me some people have their assistants or their buddy call you.
Yeah.
All right, this is who.
Yeah. And I usually go, okay, bye. Yeah, I mean, if I don't talk to, like, if I want to talk to the business owner, I want to talk to the owner. I don't want to talk to an assistant. I don't want to talk to their, a representative.
Right.
You know, I want to talk to the head honcho.
Right.
You know, the person that we're talking about. I mean, and your shop is aptly named Will Todd. It's not, you know, it's so funny. I've seen like all these shops around, like they have like funky names and shit.
What's the funkiest one you heard?
What is the one? Curl up and die. It's like curl up and dye. Yeah, like die.
Yeah.
So it's like less of a barbershop, more of a salon.
Right.
But it's just weird. Like why? Why can't you just like? I like the fact people that name their shops or their businesses their name or their Instagram or their YouTube channels or whatever. I have always been drawn more to that because it's more personal.
It is. And sometimes I get a little jealous because these other barbers have amazing barber names.
Mm-hmm.
Like my barber Tay is the last hairbender. And then we have Justin. He's new,
awesome.
but we're trying to find him one. We're like Justin Time, or he's like Darth Fader. I'm like, bro,
Darth Fader.
Fader.
I like that.
Yeah, that's it. I get stuck with Will Todd.
No, I don't know. I like Will Todd. I mean, you know, like I came up with this name because of the gray in my beard, and I was trying to be. Honestly, when I was thinking of it, I was like, I'm really not like super into. I'm gonna say I'm really into it, but I'm not super into it. But like like all the Norse shit and like Vikings.
Oh, yeah, Vikings. Yeah.
You know, and like there was always something in the Vikings that were always gray this and
gray beard,
the gray
grapes.
wolf, you know, or whatever. And I was like, oh, dude, I want to do that because I'm
Ragnar.
Yeah, you know, and so and then of course I spelled it with the E instead of the A, and it's like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I kind of kick myself in the ass now for naming it this way because now I can never shave my fucking beard.
Well, I mean, maybe that might be a good thing.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm ugly as fuck under this thing.
Because I
sure.
never had this beard until I opened this business. But I'm pretty sure if I shaved it off, my wife would probably divorce me.
You think so?
Absolutely. She said I didn't marry a 12-year-old.
I don't know. I saw that picture of you in the paper.
Pretty weak.
No. What is it about beards, man? Like, I don't know what it is, but like, there's a few tropes that I've seen like lately, like that, like especially with women. You know, not to say it's with women, but not that they're
with beards.
Yeah, women with beards.
Okay.
No, but like there's things that they say, like, you know, they don't want you to shave. They want a guy with a beard, you know, and it's, I guess I feel like it's also like, it kind of goes through phases, you know, these girls, because then you see some of them want beards, and then now it's like, I feel like now they're getting to a point where they're like, I don't really want a beard, scratching my face up.
We want a beard that's trimmed, probably.
Right.
Yeah.
But then you got also, there's like the dad bod shit.
Yeah.
Do you remember that was like a whole craze for a minute?
That's why I got my dad bod right now.
Is that why you do it?
Man.
I do it.
I go through stages.
Okay.
When you know, women want fit guys, then I get fit.
Okay.
They want dad bods, you know.
What is your wife like?
I really don't even know.
She likes squishy daddy?
She likes me to be healthy. That's what she likes.
Right.
She loves healthy Will. Right. She likes calm Will. That's what she likes.
Yeah.
You know, not stressed out. And
everybody likes that Will.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have a dad bod because I like to fucking eat.
I mean,
that's my whole thing.
Yeah. That's our problem too, man. We like to eat.
Yeah.
So bad, good. I think it's more for me, it's the beer.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I went to the gym recently, and then I think it was the shirt that I was wearing, and I had 4 people like, oh man, you trying to bulk up? I'm like, no, I'm fat, bro. What the hell are you talking about?
Bulk up.
I'm already bulky.
I'm buff.
Yeah.
Talking about.
Come on, man.
No, man. It's just weird. It's just weird to me. I don't understand it. I never will. But I mean, maybe I'm not supposed to.
Maybe like dad bods is more like okay, because you know women want to be safe or what's it called? They want to be. Cuddled. What's that?
Cuddled.
Not cuddled, but you know, like in like a relationship, they want something safe, or they want something that's, whatever. Maybe the dad bod says, "Hey, I'm safe. This is good." Am I moving my hands again?
No, you're good. It's just my camera. It's not you. It's not you. It's me.
Man, that's a first time for everything.
Well, it's not a first.
It's not gonna be the last.
No, this is how production goes.
Mm-hmm.
When you're doing shit like this.
So usually when I see a podcast, I don't see the people behind adjusting things.
No, and the problem is we've always got gremlins. You see how stretched out this cable is? It's fucking ridiculous. Because normally that camera is like right here.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, there's always gremlins. Nothing ever works perfectly. It just is what it is. I
mean, I'm good with it. I like to roll.
Yeah, at this point, people that watch this show are used to. Usually, it happens in the beginning.
Yeah.
And in the beginning of the show, either the sound won't work. I did. So we did a podcast. I do a podcast with my friend Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
We started a podcast, separate podcast. Shameless plug, the Beauty and the Beard podcast, and it's like. We did a podcast. We did one episode, and it was like 45 minutes. We talked. No audio. No, it took. It literally took one of my buddies.
Everybody's turning on their captions.
Yeah, they're like, "What the fuck's happening?"
There's no caption either. Shit.
No, there was nothing. And so, like, my buddy Chris jumped in, and he was like, "Hey guys," he jumped in the chat, and he was like, "Yo, no sound." So we fixed it, and then we were like, "Fuck." But
redo it.
It was hilarious. Fuck that. I left it up. I left it just like that. I put in the description that no one reads ever, but I put in the description, like fast forward for the first 45 minutes, but
kind of like I was trying to tell you about the One Piece.
Right.
Fast forward to show 187.
Yeah.
Then it gets good.
Yeah. It gets better. Yeah. I'm down with it. I like it.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that.
What?
Because I know that's your show.
One Piece?
Yeah.
That's not my show. It's just one of the anime. I definitely am an anime nerd.
Mm-hmm.
And I quite like the anime. All of it. I'm on Crunchyroll. Like I just started another one like yesterday when I got home from work. I started it and finished it before bed. But there was only like 12 episodes. So,
Hour episodes?
30 minutes.
Okay.
But you give or take, you take away like there's like the first 4 fucking minutes are intro.
Yeah.
So it's less.
So have you seen the Rick and Morty one anime?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you like that?
It's okay.
I don't like the beginning.
It's okay.
Song. I don't like. I'm like, really?
I like it. It's just
different for me.
Yeah, it's different than I like that Japanese anime. Mm-hmm. There are like American cartoons and shit that I'll watch. That's more of a cartoon to me.
Yeah.
And it's like what is that one with the hormone monsters? I'm sure you've seen it.
Oh, I probably have. The one on Netflix.
Yeah.
The guy with the horn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
was that?
I can't remember what the fuck that's called, but it's crazy. And it's definitely adult cartoon.
Right.
But I don't know. It's just something about anime. It's like no one warned me that when you start watching anime, all other movies are bullshit.
Yeah. Did you ever like Afro Ninja?
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Afro Samurai.
Yeah, Afro Samurai. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Same difference. Samurai and ninja. Same difference. No, it's
no,
not the same.
Yeah.
They fight each other.
Right.
Yeah. No. I've watched. I mean, except for like the little kiddie Japanese animes, like where they're like kids. Mm-hmm. I don't like any of those. Like the love stories and all that stuff. But
Sailor Moon.
Not really.
Yeah.
No. I mean, there's a thing that's called fan service, and I didn't understand what that was for a minute. But
sounds kind of freaky.
It's basically like animes where there's like a lot of TNA and a lot of sexual innuendos and stuff like that. That's called fan service, and there's a lot of those out there, and I try to stay away from them. But it's sometimes you get one that's like it's a good story, it's a good drawn well, It's like really well put together, and then they just happen to put in some fucking and not like they're fucking, but like TNA, tits and ass,
whatever,
gratuitous nude scenes and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm definitely a geek when it comes to that. What do you geek out about? I know you got to have something.
I have zero hobbies.
What?
Zero. I tried to play my ukulele the other day because I need hobbies.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. You are Hawaiian.
I am Hawaiian. Yeah.
See, but I mean, you were born here, but you were born here, right?
Born here. Dad's Hawaiian.
Okay. Aloha.
Yeah.
That means hello and goodbye, right?
Aloha Friday.
Is it?
Chee-hoo. Yeah, absolutely. Today.
Is every Friday happy aloha Friday? Okay.
Every Friday. Happy Aloha Friday.
I should have led with this. I don't know.
Me too. That's what I was thinking all the way in coming here. I was like, man, I told you your neighbor.
Yeah. Well, I'm just a haole. So
no,
Isn't that what they call
They do.
the mainlanders? I don't know what the fuck that means.
I'm a hapa haole.
What does that mean?
That means half white.
Okay.
Because if you ever see my mom, her name's Luann.
Mm-hmm.
She's like the color of transparent, blonde hair, and she says, "Will you?" Like super southern. Yeah.
So your dad is from Hawaii.
Correct.
And
last name Kahanui.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Did you see that thing? I was about to say shit.
Maui?
Huh?
Maui?
Maui?
That's what you're about to say?
No.
The thing in Maui?
There's is that what it was?
A fire?
No.
Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
No, there was like I think it was somewhere over there that there was like in the House of Representatives there. And
oh, yeah. They did the haka.
Dude, like it was whack.
I think
that I say whack isn't good.
No, that was, I think that wasn't Hawaiians. Those guys were,
Polynesian?
No, that's what's that island by kind of like Australia? Shoot.
Guam? I don't fucking know. I am not a geography person.
Oh man, Maori.
Maori?
The Maoris?
Okay.
Yeah.
But
that was them.
But isn't that something that Hawaiians do as well?
Yeah, we also do the haka. We're all Polynesian.
Okay. That's what I was. Yeah, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
No.
Fucking offend every Hawaiian, every Polynesian.
I try to tell
there.
people like when they call me Samoan all the time.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm not Samoan, I'm Hawaiian. Well, isn't Samoa people from Hawaii? I'm like, no, they're from Samoa.
Okay.
And then they're like, really? I'm like,
why do they call you Samoan? Just because you're a big guy?
Because people don't call other people Hawaiian. They're rock Samoan.
Okay.
Who else is Samoan? Jason Momoa and all them guys. Like, Samoan,
Yeah.
And that's all they know.
You kind of you look a little Jason Momoa-y.
I wish. I got to cut this beard, get a little bit more dirty, get a 6-pack. My wife would love me.
6-pack of Bud Light.
That's it. Shout out, honey. But I tell people like this. I'm like, being Hawaiian is like being Puerto Rican. And then you would say that the Samoans would be more Mexican.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when people call you Samoan, it's like calling you Mexican.
Right. Because we are the pretty ones and we don't do all the hard labor like those guys do and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm over speaking or whatever, but no, that's how I kind of explain it to people. Because when I was in Hawaii, my dad used to warn me in 2005 about, watch out for Samoans, like when they cook. Sometimes they don't cook it all the way. Just kind of be careful, this, that, and other. So when I was in a hot tub where I was staying at, a family of Samoans came, got in the hot tub with me, and was washing their baby and changing the diaper in the hot tub.
Oh.
Stuff like that.
Time to get out.
Right. Immediately.
That is not a Snickers bar floating around in the pool.
Yeah. And the kid was like, it looked like a normal 7-year-old kid. And it was like 2. Those big dudes.
Yeah. They are all big dudes. And I will say that the women are quite beautiful.
Absolutely. Wahinis.
Yeah. I definitely had a slight crush on a Polynesian young lady, and I will never forget her.
What's her name?
I'm not going to say.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Because she is happily married with children and all that good stuff.
Right.
But yeah, before she got married, I didn't know she had a crush on me too.
That's how it usually works.
Yeah.
That's good though.
Yeah. I found out when I was getting ready to get married, which is funny. She was like, "You're getting married?" I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh." I guess this is a bad time to tell you that I've always had a crush on you. I was like, yeah, this is the worst time. Where were you 6 months ago? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Then you wouldn't have been that Howley. Then you would have been the token Howley.
Okay, is that good?
Well, no, because everyone needs a token Howley at their house.
Okay.
You got a bunch of Polynesians, Hawaiians there, and then you always have to have
somebody to fuck with.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Howley boy, come over here.
Yeah.
You fucker, come.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go get me a beer out the cooler, you fucker.
And you're gonna do it too.
Yeah, absolutely. You get the slipper. Auntie gonna give you a slipper. Yeah, absolutely, man. I get to go back this coming October.
I was just going to ask you, do you go off? Do you have family there?
I have a ton of family there. Last time I was there was 2005, and I went to a family reunion.
Okay.
And so the Ohana Kahanui, and there was thousands of us out there at the Boy Scout camp, Lahaina, Maui, shout out.
Shouts out.
And I got something on my Facebook saying that they're going to have another family reunion. So they haven't had it in 2 decades.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the last one, so it's a year out from now. So I'm gonna make arrangements, and it's gonna be on Molokai, the island.
Sweet.
Molokai, and we're real big into our heritage and stuff like that. Hopefully, I could get me like one of those tattoos.
Oh, you want to get a tap tattoo?
Well, my dad's been trying to get me one forever. It's just I haven't had a chance to sit down.
I heard
yet.
those are. Woof.
Yeah, and he has it up on his Wahine side, his feminine side on the left side, and
he has a feminine side.
Well, all Hawaiians, that's what they say,
Which side does it?
The Wahine side's left.
Okay.
And then the male side's on the right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's why the right goes in, or
I don't know.
You jab with the left.
I'm going to ask that, though.
Jabs are like,
Yeah. My dad gets so pissed off at me because I'm an organ donor, too.
Why does he get mad at you about that?
Well, because being Hawaiian, you're supposed to, whatever you
gotta keep
come
all
from,
your shit.
Right. Whatever you came from the ground with, you got to put back in.
See, my thing is, the reason I'm not an organ donor is because I watched George Carlin when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And
my wife loves him.
Yeah, I love him too.
Yeah.
The special was called Doing It Again, and I'll never forget. I used to sneak out of my room and hide behind the sofa, so I was gonna say parents. That's a joke. It was just one. She wouldn't see me, mm-hmm. But she was watching it one night, and he was talking about he said something. I'm gonna butcher this, but it's okay. He's no longer alive, so it's not like he can get mad. I'm not gonna fuck up his set, but yeah, he was talking about. He's like, man, I'm not an organ donor, man. You think that when the EMTs show up and they see, never mind the crash cart, Bob, this man's a donor,
right?
Like there's that new Ferrari, there's the new boat.
I always say this. I told my dad it's like this. Have you ever watched that movie Superbad?
Yes.
And like, oh, McLovin, you're not only you're Hawaiian, you're a Hawaiian organ donor. Like, who the hell's going to believe that? Number one, you're 21 and you're an organ donor from Hawaii.
Yeah.
If you could find anything here to help save someone else, anything, go for it.
Now that's cool. That's a noble. That's a
I'm
noble.
not using
thing.
it anymore.
No.
No.
One of the other things that George Carlin did say is they can have my rectum and my anus. Take them and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they can take that too. I don't know what they're going to use that for.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they use on the end of balloons? I don't know. Anyways.
Why'd you make me think of that?
I don't know. The little ring at the end of the balloon?
Yeah, when you tie it, and then, yeah.
That's how they make condoms. No one's going to use condoms now. No,
I hope not.
Half of them don't, anyways. Probably.
Yeah.
What's wrong with? And I don't know why ADHD just popped in, but I understand that we're like getting to a point where it's like there's like a replenishment rate, like birth rates and all that stuff, like, and we're like way low.
Mm-hmm.
So like, y'all need to get out and start fucking. That's all I'm saying. We need to start making some babies.
I think they were trying to do that without having abortion now. So like, no, we're gonna make you have kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. That's what I was expecting. That's what I wanted.
Keep my fucking mouth shut when it comes to abortions. I understand that everybody has an opinion and all that stuff, but I'm just like, my opinion is not always
Can I tell you a story?
No matter which way you go, I feel like as a man, you just shut the fuck up is what
Right.
you get.
But let me tell you this. And my wife had 2 kids,
Mhm.
and I had 1. And we had them all downstairs. And I guess my mom started talking to my wife. Like, hey, you guys should have a kid, blah, 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 blah. And my wife talked to me and was like, hey, I kind of feel bad. Do you want to have a kid with me? Blah, 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 blah. And I kind of looked at her and I said, man, all 3 of them are downstairs right now. I'll give you 30 minutes to decide that. 10 minutes later, here she comes on the phone with the doctor trying to get the procedure done. So then when we get the procedure done, because I said, I'll get fixed, I don't care.
Yeah.
They would not sign off on the procedure unless I signed off on it. Like she's like my property or something.
Yeah.
And, which I thought was weird. Like the doctor literally tried to talk me into
Well,
not getting
I guess
son.
the baby was, you helped make it.
No, it wasn't even a baby.
Oh, okay.
It was just to get her fixed.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
It was just to get her fixed.
Oh, no, yeah.
I said,
What the
yo, all
fuck were
3
they
of our
even asking
kids
you
are
for?
downstairs. Go play with them. I don't want any more kids.
Yeah.
So if you want to travel with a baby, and there's nothing wrong with what I'm saying, I don't have the patience to get blowouts on my shoulders anymore, especially the green ones. It's kind of gross. And peed on or whatever. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm like,
Unless you're into that.
yeah. I don't know about baby pee.
No. Your partner.
Yeah. Okay. R. Kelly. But it's like, I don't want any more. I'm done. I see the light at the end of the tunnel pretty much. I'm good. And
Except for that 13-year-old. He ain't never leaving.
I think he will. I think he's going to show us all up, bro. I think he's going to just buy the house so he doesn't have to leave.
Right.
Which would be awesome.
Yeah.
But the doctor, man, he was just like, hey, like sign. Don't Don't you want kids again? Don't you want? I'm like, bro, come on. And it's sad.
Yeah. That's weird.
I was reading one of my wife's shirts about women throughout the years, and one thing stuck out to me in 1966 that's the year that they were finally allowed to buy a house without a male co-signer or like their husband co-signing on it, and it just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that.
Yeah,
man.
it's sad, and I mean, it's sad that it's sad that there was like slavery. It's sad that women didn't have rights. That should never have happened. But like it did, and we have to remember that it did, so that we don't fucking get back to that spot.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of people want to cancel history. They want to, which take down statues, which I understand that certain monuments and certain statues probably need to come down.
Be in a museum.
Put them in a place,
museum.
like a history museum or whatever.
Absolutely, because I love history.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind seeing stuff like that and just knowing where we came from.
You got to know.
To where we need to go.
Right. That's one thing that I learned. I was not good in school. I sucked in school. But one of the things I would always take some of the things that the teachers would say, like, and I had a teacher tell me, it was probably some famous person from a long time ago that wrote books and shit, but they were like, you need to know where you've been to know where you're going. And that statement
Great teacher then.
has stuck with me my entire life. And when I was hearing people talking about, cancel, history, talking about like certain histories, like, I get wanting to get rid of Columbus Day. I don't, like that
was a tyrant.
Yeah,
once I learned that he was feeding babies to dogs.
Oh yeah,
and then the English didn't even want him, and the Spanish were like, please take this dude.
Yeah,
someone claim him.
Yeah, and we're celebrating. No, I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, and we thought that he was having Thanksgiving dinner with Indians.
No, it was not like that.
No, not by no means.
Not even a little.
Fix my boat, or my God's going to turn the moon red.
Yeah.
And we had the same thing with Captain James Cook, from being from Hawaii. Captain James Cook used to always come through the holidays, every time through the holidays. So, it was a celebration. So they thought, he's from the gods. He's cool. Until the people started dying through diseases, and then they started pillaging and raping, and then one day they shot the king's son over fixing his boat, and then later on they jumped on his boat, kidnapped him, and ate him, and buried his bones some places, and I remember I was watching a show, and it's like, yeah, the Cook Islands, and that's where they got that from. And it's just sad, even being in Hawaii. Go ahead.
I never heard of that. Captain Cook.
Captain James Cook. You should watch it in Drunk History.
Ah, love Drunk History.
Way better story.
Yeah.
Yeah. They started headbanging and fighting and stuff. Yeah.
No, that's I will have to check that out. James Cook, I will forget
Captain
that.
James Cook.
I'll just open a tab now.
Absolutely.
And just leave it there so I can.
And, even being Hawaiian, like in 1893, they took her land. A lot of my family and a lot of people I know that are still in Hawaii, man, we're a kingdom. We're not part of the United States, how they see it and stuff like that, because the land was taken.
But it is part of the United States.
It is. What they did was they failed the first time around. They had these investors and stuff go, and then they told the president, and the president's like, no, we're not doing all that. And then once the president left, then they told the new president, hey, this is what we want to do. We want the sugar cane. We want to put pineapples there. They got great land, trading. It's right by, Asia and all that. Mm-hmm. So what they did was the queen didn't sign the papers over. So they took 193 Marines and surrounded the kingdom and kept the queen hostage and started killing people until she signed it over.
Jesus.
Then she signed it over, and then they kept her hostage there for years while she was writing letters to Congress, making songs about what happened, doing all these other things.
Wow.
And then she moved to the mainland, and she was just really never heard. And then in 2023, they did it again with Lahaina and in Maui with this fire. Brush fire doesn't cause fires like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Whole nother conversation.
Yeah, that's a whole nother ball of wax because I will get into that.
I would love to get into it with you.
I definitely have my own theories about that, my conspiracy theories. But
I was told that I was ignorant and a narcissist, that a volcano did that, not brush fire. I said, actually, this is when I actually sound crazy. There's sharks with laser beams.
Well, now we know it's aliens. They came out. The government just came out and talked about it.
One of my barbers, hit me up with all these aliens.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. I mean, show me the fucking aliens, though.
They were talking about another ocean under the ocean.
Yeah.
And
Hollow Earth.
Yeah. I mean, but
Godzilla. Yes, Hollow Earth is real. The Earth is flat. There's turtles underneath the Earth. Whatever you believe, it's all true. Bigfoot, Sasquatch.
That's my thing.
Everything.
Like, my wife wants me to go camping, and I keep telling her I'm scared.
Choose carefully.
I'm scared.
Why don't you go camping somewhere locally here first?
Well, there's crackheads.
Oh, yeah.
You got crackheads, rednecks. You got snakes. You got Florida Panthers. You have Bigfoot. You have skinwalkers, manatees, gators, crackheads again.
Yeah, always the crackheads.
Yeah, you have Jason. I mean, you have all these
Camp
things.
Crystal Lake. Don't camp there.
Well, did your mom ever used to let you watch that back in the day?
Yes. Well, the way we
she said yes, like my mom did.
The way we worked it was my mom was a single mom, and so she was going out on dates sometimes, a lot of the time. Not that she was loosey goosey, but she would go out on dates, and I had two older sisters, and before she would go out on her date, she would go to Blockbuster with my sisters and let them fucking pick out whatever they wanted to watch. And they thought it was funny because I was younger and I was scared of scary movies, so they would get the scary movies. They got all the Freddy, the Nightmare on Elm Street, all the Freddy or Jason, Michael
Halloween,
Myers, all of it.
Absolutely.
And so it would force me to watch that shit. And now I'm
scared.
I'm totally desensitized.
Oh,
I've not seen a good scary movie. I mean, one that really put the fear of God, scares on me, like where I started sweating and shit. Like, it's been a hot minute. Like, The Conjuring was the last one that gave me a jump scare.
Really?
When it first came out and we saw it in the theater, I was like, okay.
And it was a true story. Conjuring was a true story?
Kind of.
Okay. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I don't believe any of that shit happened.
No?
No. No, I'm very skeptical about a lot. Like, until I show me proof, and I'm going to try and debunk the fuck out of it before you do. My girls will tell you, they think my house is haunted. They all think that.
For what? What reason?
They think that there's a female and a male ghost in this house.
Why that specific?
Don't know. I couldn't begin to tell you.
Really?
Yeah, but they've heard noises. They've seen things out of the corner of their eyes. They feel presences.
I do too. Sometimes
she thinks that the female ghost is jealous of her, and that things have been really stirring up ever since she's been sleeping in the room with me. And I'm like, I fall asleep right through that shit. I don't.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you're not best. Yeah. So when I'm in a new house, I run around naked and tell the ghost, "Hey, man, this is what you're gonna see." And usually the ghost packs their bags and leaves.
He did. He ran around my house.
You know what I'm saying? They're like,
naked.
Whoa. But back to the Jason and the Friday the 13th. My mom made us watch it because it was a tool to teach.
We'll wrap up with this story because it's 7:30.
A tool to teach. And here I am scared. She made us watch it because she used to tell us, well, if you go with your friends into the woods and you guys want to smoke pot, this is what's going to happen. Uh-huh. Hey, if you want to have sex, unprotected sex, unmarital sex with your whoever, and you're in the woods, this is what's going to happen. Some guy's going to stick a machete through the bed and kill you both, or he's going to take you in a sleeping bag, slam you against a tree. If you want to go smoke whatever, that grass, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get your head chopped off. I'm like, damn, Mom.
Yeah, I mean,
life lessons.
It is a bit of a cautionary tale. Now that I think about it, the people that were having sex always died.
Died first.
Of course, the black guy, unfortunately. That was racist.
The one black guy and Jason that was fighting him on top of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me of Mike Tyson.
I was just going to say, I think they try and take out the black dudes first, because if they don't, they could be a real problem for them.
Right, because he's going to say, hey, guys, let's go. What are you guys doing?
They don't play around.
Lost your damn minds.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll be like, man, this is some white shit. Let's go. Some white people shit. What are we doing here?
It is. I mean, you watch any of them ghost shows?
I do.
Okay, so
sometimes,
the majority of them are all white people.
All of them are.
Well, there's one. It's called the Ghost Brothers.
Please send me this one.
I'll send you the link. But yeah, it's a group of black dudes and it is fucking hilarious. It's so funny.
Now, do they go in there okay, knocking on stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, they do the whole thing. They got
meters.
They got all the equipment and everything. And yeah, it's a legit show. I think it's on Discovery. I'm not 100% sure, or Travel, but yeah, it's definitely an unintentional comedy, and you guys know why.
I'm really into skinwalkers, and I want them to be real.
You want to go to Skinwalker Ranch?
No, because dude,
you ain't trying to get carried away by
Okay,
them?
First of all, what's the head security guy's name?
Head of security?
Snake or whatever.
Oh, I don't fucking know. He has
a cool name, but he's like Puss. And then
I have no idea.
Yeah, have you ever watched it?
I've seen
as much as I have, probably.
Well, the Ghost Adventures crew.
Okay.
I watched that show. That's also an unintentional comedy. It's just goofy at this point. It's just comedy. But they've been to the Skinwalker Ranch and they did a couple of episodes out there, and it's they never find anything. They never see anything. They hear weird noises and this and that happen.
How many hunters do we have out there in the world, and no one has a picture of Bigfoot? No one went out to go investigate without their shotgun?
Right.
Or have a pistol? That's what I'm saying. If my wife wants me to go camping, I'm going to need an AR-15 and just have a fishing pole. I'm going fishing.
Yep.
If anything moves my tent like this, I'm not giving warning. Maybe one, maybe two. But if it keeps on doing it,
flat out.
Yeah, man.
It's over.
Am I wrong?
You hope.
No, if it goes sideways, I'm like, Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, most of the time that's a bear, and you're not coming home.
No
matter what you got.
Right
in your pocket.
Well, see,
a handgun ain't gonna get it.
The best thing is that I don't have to outrun the bear. I just have to outrun whoever's with me.
That's right. I
mean, that's word of wisdom. Trip.
Yeah. Is your wife fast?
She'll probably shoot me in my leg. She is top shot, so she might.
Okay.
All right, honey, see you later.
We know who's going to survive.
Yeah.
Very good.
But the kids, though.
Hey, like little chicken nuggets.
I keep saying this. The stuff I talk, man, someone's going to take me serious one day.
No,
Yeah,
dude. It's. I mean, and it's hard, man. Unless
scary.
I will say that, like, it just reminded me, like the category on YouTube. You have to, when you're making your channel, you have to select a category. It used to be entertainment and education.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just comedy. I put this under comedy now.
Okay, good.
Because apparently comedy is protected. It's protected
Because we're comedians.
speech. Right. Well, you don't have to be a comedian, but motherfucker, I got jokes.
Yeah,
some of them,
I do too.
99.9% of them are not funny, but yeah, we still joke.
What were we talking about the people that were knocking on doors, the IRS?
I like how he moved the mic away, but I could still hear him. Yeah, for real, the IRS. I could do without those fucks. I think the world could do without those fucks.
God.
It might be happening in January.
No.
You never know.
It's scary.
Yeah. It could be. Could be scary. Could be good.
I tell people I cut hair. Y'all go up, we go up.
Yeah.
I hate to do it, but I mean, it is what it is. People need haircuts, man.
That's all it's about.
And I'm not like the highest in my area or the lowest. I'm like in between. So I figure like, man, we're all in this together.
What's the end goal for you and your business?
The end goal is for me to be able to step away a little bit, let it be self-efficient, and still market it and do the things I do. But for the people that work for me to be not only self-efficient, but be like where I'm at in life, I want them to be 1,000% more than what I have, and stuff like that. I just want them to have the tools that I give them and the stuff like that. Because like I told them, come January, I'm going to be on y'all's asses. How much you putting back? What are you doing this? What are you doing that? Do we need to roll back the books? I need to be your daddy and let's check stuff out. Because I care for their well-being so much that no one did that. When I met my wife at 36, 37, that's when I really started caring about the things that I'm trying to tell them. Right. And they're way younger than me. Right. So I want them
ahead of them.
Right. And my wife tells me, basically, and people tell me, like, I have a poor man mentality, and that's my biggest issue.
Me too.
And I don't ever want to be poor again. And the difference is, like, my kids, they don't have that mentality. They have a whole different mentality that they're not going to bring to their kids in that table. And like these guys here that work for me, man, I just want them to be on top of their game, not have to worry about finances or anything like that, and just be there.
Set.
Be set. Yeah.
No, that's noble, man. And that's a sign of a good leader.
Yeah, and if I could do that, man, I'm good. Because the more money they make, here we are.
Well, fuck yeah. Maybe you could like franchise out Will Todd 2,
would not
Will Todd
mind.
3, Will Todd 4.
I would not mind at all, man.
Dope.
And I have one guy's already offering that. He's like, over here by the base, once I get licensed, would you want to do that? I'm always open, man.
Then you can just kind of go flutter around
and I love
just
doing that. Yeah.
Stop in with your coffee. How's it going, guys? Yeah. Okay, good. Everything
like every Thursday, Friday. That's how I am with a beer in my hand.
Mm-hmm. I said coffee. I should have said beer.
But these clients love it when I just pop up. Yeah. And just be me and talk with them and interact. I mean, they love that. So
yeah. Well, that's good, man. I'm super excited to see, where it goes for you and like what's next, what's on the horizon. I'm definitely going to stop back in. I mean, like I said, it's a fucking hang. It's a cool place to be. And
thank you.
Yeah, I can't stress it enough. I mean, guys, if you want to find a fucking barbershop, it's in Oakleaf. Go find Mr. Will Todd. We could get you paid or
we could get you laid. I mean,
I didn't get either of those when I was there.
I'm talking about when you leave. We ain't giving that out.
No, yeah,
that's a whole different service. Yeah, that's a whole different massage parlor. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that. Sorry.
Dude, give them your socials one more time, and so that way everybody can go and find you. And anything else that you want to put out there on the table, go ahead and hit that up now, and we will cruise on out of here because I know it's almost Mike Tyson killing somebody tonight.
I gotta find my card for the person that made the shirts.
Oh yeah.
I think it's called Living Up. Hit him up.
His hat too.
The hat's by someone different.
Oh, okay. My bad.
But I will shout them out next time I come if I'm allowed.
You can do it now unless you can't remember who it was. Listen, guys, we're getting up there. We got gray in our beards. That means we're a little older, and each one of these grays is a dead brain cell. So,
yeah. So at Living Up, they did my T-shirts. They could do anything you want. Nike apparel with your logo, anything like that. The phone number is 904-728-7777.
Dope.
I want to let you guys know TikTok, Will Todd Barbershop, Instagram, Will Todd Barbershop. My Instagram is Will__Todd. And I have a new TikTok profile I'm trying to get followers on so I could go live, because my opinions don't necessarily reflect the shop's opinions sometimes. So it's called OG Breezy.
Okay, I saw that.
BREZZEY. It's the crazy guy with the green beans.
Yeah.
That look like dreads. That's me. I want to give a shout out to everyone in my shop. Thank you guys for believing in me. Thank you guys for working so hard. We're about to tear it down tonight watching this fight.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you to my wife, Rochelle Todd. I couldn't have done none of this without you. And I think that's it. And thank you.
Hey,
thanks for having me, brother.
Thank you, my dude. I appreciate you. I really do. It's always fun sitting down and like I said, all the formalities were out of the way.
Yeah.
We met at your shop. So this was nothing. I tried to be an interviewer for you, so you could.
So yeah, because I said, "Hey man, I'm going to this interview." Like, that's not an interview.
No, I know. And normally it's what's funny is we kind of caught our wind right here 10 minutes before we had to cut it out.
Really?
We started talking about other shit.
So we did good.
Yeah, I feel like we could probably keep going for another hour and a half, but I don't want to keep you from Mike Tyson and Jake Paul.
You coming out? Maybe not.
What time? Yeah. I don't
the fight's gonna start at like 11.
It's gonna start at 11.
Well, they have all these undercards.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I thought it started at 8.
No, they're not gonna put the main fight on 8.
Oh, well then we're gonna stay on it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I might, dude. I don't know.
If you do, you do. If you don't, man, we're gonna miss
I'm
you.
old man, so 11 o'clock is kind of late.
Yeah, I know. I get it. My alarm on my phone goes off every night at 10:10.
Yeah. See, I go to bed normally at 8:30.
I go to bed at midnight.
Yeah.
I get up at 8.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm gonna edit some of this shit down, and then we'll see from there. I'll shoot you a text.
I appreciate you,
especially
brother.
if I'm about to get a little booty. I don't know. That's gonna
I'm not hating, man.
That's gonna overpower Mike Tyson. I can watch the recap tomorrow.
You could be Mike Tyson. You understand? You could be Mike. She could be Jake Paul.
Up.
Absolutely.
That's right. I'm gonna slap it just like
like he did.
He did. He hit Jake Paul like he was from a Slapaho tribe.
Yeah, fuck it.
For sure.
Damn sure Indian.
All right, man. Let's take this bitch out of here.
All right, guys. Thank you.
And thank you to all my viewers and listeners. Please go follow Mr. Will Todd over at all. He gave you all of his stuff. It's Will Todd Barbershop on pretty much everything. OG Breezy.
OG Breezy.
OG Breezy on that's on TikTok, right?
Yeah, BREZZEY.
Okay. And follow us and subscribe and like all the things and share it out and be cool. And I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.